Hello again, it's DL and I have another breath practice for you. Today we'll be doing a rebalancing. This is a breath technique that comes from the Kundalini Yoga tradition, and it incorporates a mudra, which is a hand gesture. And this particular one, called the Hakini mudra, it's a word meaning power, is superb for helping with our concentration and our ability to remember things. Also really good to help balance the left and right brain and bring that into equilibrium, and it helps to calm the mind. So if you're ever feeling, kind of out of whack, off balance, you can do this practice. Also really good if you're studying and you need to make sure that you remember what you're studying. It's a great thing to integrate into your study habits. So the Hakini mudra is simply placing the fingertips together and applying just a light pressure to hold the structure. You're not pushing in or using force here. It's just a light fingertip touch. And your arms out to the side and the structure held right in front of your heart. The breath, the breathing rhythm, is quite unusual. It's 8 sniffs in of equal measure, and then that's through the nose, and then 8 breaths out through the mouth, also of equal measure. So it might take you a little bit of practice to get into that rhythm of breathing. And I will say, just like any other breath practice that I've introduced here, it's not so important that you get it right off the bat. Just let yourself build up to it. Be gentle with yourself. Be at ease with the breath practice. And eventually you're going to get better and better at it until it's like second nature for you. So the other thing to know is, while we're doing this meditation, we're going to do this breath for 3 minutes. You should be looking down the line of your nose towards your fingertips, so your eyes will be mostly closed, but not closed all the way. Really watch out as you're doing the exercise that your eyes aren't closing. Just try to keep that focus of partially opened eye and gazing at the fingertips. The other thing is that your arms can get quite heavy and tired if you're holding them out in such a position for a while. And again, this is just kind of building up strength. By all means, if your arms get tired, just take a break, do a little stretch or whatever you need to relax the muscles, and then come back when you're ready to this position. All right, so let's get started. We're going to do 3 minutes of this together, and your breath rhythm might be a little off from mine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be not only doing the breath work and counting us off to start, but then eventually throughout I'll be letting you know how many minutes we have left and all that kind of thing. So, so just keep with your own rhythm and your own count as best you can, and don't worry about whether it's right on with mine or not. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer here, and this will help us get going. So please be seated in a comfortable chair and have your back straight, your feet on the ground. Settle in. Bring your hands into the mudra, Hakini mudra, for left-right brain balance, concentration, memory. And begin to breathe in through the nose as you close your eyes, looking at your fingertips. And release through the mouth. In through the nose. Continue, you're doing great, and we're about halfway there. Actually, more than halfway. Doing really good. We're at the last few seconds here, keeping up. One more cycle. Now breathe in fully and deeply. Hold the breath at the top. Hold. And release. Relax your arms. Good. Just feel into the body, into the mind. Hopefully you feel more calm, more balanced, more centered. So I'd like you to consider a few things in terms of, I've asked you to keep a journal as you continue to work through the different practices. And it really is an important piece. I haven't spoken about this before, so I'll do it now. To really not just do the practices, but to consider after you've done them, the sensations, the subtle sensations that you have felt, the things that you noticed about, how any judgments that came up for one thing, any resistance to the practice or any difficulties or challenges, because if you take note of those now, then as you continue to practice, you'll realize, oh, well, that's shifted, or, this is so much easier now than it used to be, or, wow, my breath capacity is changing, or whatever may be the case. It really helps us to pick up on more subtle things as we really focus in. And when we write, we're also exercising the hand to paper, and getting another type of expression around this work that isn't just all kept inside the body. Putting it out on paper helps to bring it out into the world as well. So I just have a few things for you to consider, and one of them is, are you finding it becoming easier to relax as you do these practices? And the answer may be yes or no, that's fine. The second question is, what impact did the mudra have on you as you practiced? Some of the things you can experiment with are doing the breath practice without the mudra and doing the breath practice with the mudra, and just seeing what is the difference, what's the impact. And it may be very subtle, or it may be very, very palpable. The third question, did you modify the exercise in any way? And this is just for your benefit. There's no judgment involved here, about needing to put your arms down because your arms got tired, or you accidentally closed your eyes all the way, or whatever. It's just to take note and to recognize and acknowledge for yourself what the experience was like. Okay, so that's all for today, and I will be back with another breath practice shortly. Bye-bye. Thank you.